Hello everyone, my name is Anushka Sahu, third year student pursuing MCA course from IIPS DAVIV Indore, and today I am here with a playlist of data science. So let's begin the basics of coding in Python. The topics which we are going to cover are using comments in Python, executing comments in Python, importing packages in Python, saving output Python, accessing records and variables in Python. Now first discuss what are comments and how to use comments in Python. In Python, a comment is a piece of code that is ignored by the Python interpreter. Comments can be used to explain the purpose of code, describe complex logic, or temporarily disable parts of the code. Now, here are the two types of comments which we use in Python. First is single line comment. Single line comments start with the hash symbol. Second is multi-line comments. Python does not have specific context syntax for multi-line comments. However, you can use consecutive single-line comments hash to comment out multiple lines. When to use comments? To explain what and why certain parts of the code do something, especially when it's not immediately obvious. Second is to temporarily disable code. And third is to add documentation for functions, classes, or modules. Now, what are the exiting commands in Python? In Python, executing commands typically refers to running a Python script or executing individual Python statements in an interactive environment. A Python script is a file containing Python code that you can execute. These files usually have the .py extension. Now, executing commands in Python. Python has an interactive mode where you can execute commands one by one. This is great for experimenting with Python code or testing small code snippets. Second is executing commands dynamically. In Python, you can also execute Python commands dynamically from strings using the exec and eval functions. Exec allows you to execute a block of Python code that is passed as a string. Now, how to execute Python command in a web-based interface, for example, Google Colab. If you're using a web-based Python environment like Google Colab, you can execute Python code cells interactively, similar to Jupyter notebooks. You can run each command by pressing Shift plus Enter in the respective cell and the output will appear right below the cell. Now, let's discuss how to import packages in the Python. In Python, importing packages refer to bringing in external libraries or modules into your program so you can access their functionality. Now let's discuss what is Python package. A Python package is essentially a collection of modules. A module is a single file containing Python code, whereas package is a directory containing multiple modules. Packages often provide specialized functionality such as numerical computation, data manipulation, machine learning, and more. So let's discuss how to import packages in Python. First is basic import. The simplest way to import package or module is using the import statement. This imports the entire package or module and you can access its functions, classes or variables by referring the module name. For example, import pandas as PD. Second is importing specific functions or classes. The syntax is from module import. You can import specific functions or classes from a module which can be useful if you need only a particular piece of functionality. Import all functions from module, and the syntax for doing this is from module import star. You can import everything from a module using the wildcard symbol asterisk, but this is generally not recommended because it can lead to naming conflicts and reduce code clarity. Now, let's discuss some of the basic and mostly used packages in Python. First is NumPy. NumPy is a fundamental package for scientific computing in Python. It provides support for large, multidimensional arrays and matrices, along with a collection of mathematical functions to operate on these arrays. Second is Pandas. Pandas is an essential package for data manipulation and analysis. It provides two main classes. First is DataFrame, a two-dimensional size mutable, potentially heterogeneous tabular data structure with labeled axes. Second is Series, a one-dimensional labeled array capable of holding any data type. Third is matplotlib. Import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Matplotlib is a plotting library that allows you to create static, animated, and interactive visualizations in Python. Now, last but not the least, let's discuss how to access records and variables in Python. In Python, accessing records and variables is essential for managing and manipulating data, especially in data science, where data is typically stored in data structures like list, array, data frames, or dictionaries. The ability to access and manipulate these records and variables allow data scientists to extract valuable insights, knowledge, perform data cleaning, feature engineering, and apply machine learning models. Now let's discuss how to access records and variables in Python. Now accessing records in list. Indexing. Lists are zero indexed, meaning the first item has an index of 0. Second is negative indexing. You can also use negative indexes to access items from the end of the list. Third is slicing. You can also access a range of records using slicing syntax. Now, how to access records and dictionaries? First is key based access. You can access a record by specifying the key. Third is how to access variables in data structure context. Storing datasets in variables. Data frames are stored in variables which you can access for manipulation or analysis. Second is computing statistics. You may store results of calculations or statistics in variables to later use. And fourth is accessing records in NumPy. First, accessing elements. Arrays use zero-based indexing similar to list. Second is slicing. You can slice arrays to get subsets of records or arrows. Thank you for your time and attention.